In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use Zapier to connect apps and automate workflows without coding. Zapier is a tool that links your favorite apps, so data moves automatically between them. Think of each automation, called a zap, as a simple recipe. It starts with a trigger, then performs an action. We'll walk through creating a zap using the current desktop interface, and I'll share tips to make your setup smooth and reliable. First, open your browser, go to zapier.com, and log into your account. Once you're on the dashboard, click Create. Then choose Zap under Start from scratch. This opens the Zap editor, where you'll build your automation step by step. Start by choosing a trigger app, the place where the workflow begins. This could be email, a spreadsheet, chat, or a form tool. Next, pick a trigger event, like a new email arriving, a new row being added to a spreadsheet, or a form submission coming in. The event you pick tells Zapier exactly when to start the automation. You'll be prompted to connect your Trigger app account. Follow the on-screen prompts to grant access. Make sure you connect the right workspace or inbox, and review the permissions so Zapier can only do what's necessary for your workflow. Click Test Trigger to pull in sample data. This sample is important because it shows the fields Zapier sees and will help you map information later. If nothing shows up, create a fresh example in the Trigger app, like sending yourself a test email or adding a new spreadsheet row, then test again. Now add your output by clicking Add Action. Choose the Action app, the destination where you want the data sent, such as a sheet, chat channel, CRM, or email tool. Select the action event for that app, like creating a new row, sending a message, or adding a contact. Connect your Action app account and confirm the correct workspace or folder. Then map the fields from the trigger to the action. Use the drop-downs to insert data from the sample, things like names, email addresses, subjects, or message text. Fill in all required fields and double-check formatting like dates or numbers to avoid errors. Click Test. Step to run the action with your sample. Switch to the destination app to confirm the result shows up exactly as expected. If something looks off, adjust your mappings and test again. When you're happy, click Publish to turn the zap on. Give it a clear name so you can find it later. Your automation will now run in the background whenever the trigger happens. Repeat this process to create additional zaps for other workflows and build a library that saves you time. If this video helped, please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.